Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my fucking YouTube channel. My name is NapesCape. You guys might know me from the Stoner Talk podcast that I record with myself and Brian, where we like to drink, smoke, chill, talk about life, talk about art. And I also make music. I released an album called Zero Likes, Zero Plays, Zero Followers, out now on all streaming platforms. And I also released an album called Refined Napescapian Girly Pop, and the official version is only out on my Stoner Talk podcast YouTube channel. So make sure you check those out. And today I'm going to be talking about IronHeart and why it's literally the worst thing Marvel has ever made, specifically episode 4 and 5, because I think they're the worst. So episode 4 opens up with Parker committing a heist on his own house, and then his cousin John is there, shoots the guard and tells him like, "I always have your back no matter what," basically showing like he's one of the like most loyal to Parker, and that they've known each other for so long. And then it kind of opens up to episode 4 with John's death, and they're having like a little bit of a funeral because Riri killed him in episode 3, right? And then they're all saying like, "Hey, we should talk about what we miss about him." And then Parker's grieving, so he doesn't say anything. And then we have the freaking Wonder Lesbians, right, with the British accent. "Oh, I used to love when Johnny Boy was throwing his knives around." And then fucking Parker's just like watching all of them, like joking and laughing, and he's just grieving his cousin's death. And then he obviously knows that it's Riri. So then Riri goes up to him, and every scene that she's in, she looks like so like angry and uncomfortable, like her teeth are too big for her mouth or something. But she's basically like, hey, Parker, what do you want me to do?" And then he's like, "You know what, I got plans for you, don't worry." Pretty much basically saying like he's gonna fucking kill her, like he knows that she was the one who killed John, right? So then Riri ends up going home. She's studying that piece of cloak, the fabric that she took from Parker's cloak, I mean, that has the power of Mephisto. And she's like, "Oh yeah, what energy source is it? It's not Stark, Pym, Kree, Skrull." Like, what the fuck? What does that even mean, bro? Like, hey, what energy are you using? "I'm using Stark." But then anyway, so whatever. So then Ezekiel Stain, her friend Joe, ends up getting locked up, right? He pretty much told her, "Hey, make sure you don't get caught with my tech, because then I'll get in trouble." And the first thing she does is get him landed like right into prison, right? So then she pulls up to his cell or the visitation room. She's laughing at him, right? "Ha ha, you're in jail. You're gonna get raped." And then he pretty much tells her like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here. Don't ever fucking talk to me again," right? And he's justified because she literally got him locked up, and she's laughing at him, bro. And then the next scene is like she goes back to the hideout. This dumb bitch, knowing that Parker literally told her he was gonna kill her, she goes back to the hideout with no armor, no weapons or nothing. And Parker literally tells her like, "Hey, you know what? I know that it was you. You got that fool caught up for us, right? Like you're working with him behind our backs." And he basically like lets her know that she's done, right? So then she goes home. She starts freaking out. She's doing all this security stuff. And then Natalie, the AI, is telling her like, "Hey, when am I gonna meet Zay?" I don't know if his name is Isaiah or Xavier, but she wants to meet her quote unquote brother, right? And then Riri says, "No, that's not your brother. You're just an AI." So then she goes around giving bracelets to them. So she gives a bracelet to Zay, right? And then she's telling him like she wants to keep him safe. And then later on, she's talking with her mom. And then she tells her mom, "You know what, Mom? I think I need help. I think I need some sage or something." So then we pull up to the mom's friend's daughter, right? Zelma, like, bro, grown ass woman named fucking Zelma. That was the most unbelievable part about this episode. But then, anyways, so Zelma and then her mom's friend pretty much teleport into another dimension. And then it's revealed that the mom's friend was a sorceress from Carmartage who worked alongside Doctor Strange. And then Zelma wanted to grow up in Carmartage, but the mom said Chicago was like the safest place for her to grow up. But it's like, bro, are you serious? Chicago is like the least safe place for any black person and ever, dude. But anyway, so they have this thing called quote unquote black girl magic. But then when the mom's friend finds out that it's actually Mephisto's power that Parker's using, she pretty much tells Riri, "Get the hell out of my shop and make sure you stay away from whoever the hell is like using this thing." And after Riri's mom's like, "What the hell's going on?" right? And the mom's friend doesn't say anything. So then I forgot her name. But then Riri and her mom are walking down the street having an argument, and Riri gets in her Iron Man suit and flies away. And it's kind of like hard to, I guess, realize, but Riri's supposed to be 19 years old. I keep thinking she's like 30 or something, but so she's technically supposed to be like a kid, right? But then anyway, she flies away from her mom, right, after they get into that argument. And then after that, she goes to Joe or Ezekiel Stain's freaking hideout, right? So she got him locked up for life. She laughed in his face, and then she breaks into his freaking lab to use his stuff. Like, what the hell? And then after that, she's flying, and then she has a panic attack, right? And she has that George Floyd reference, right? The criminal who held a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach and then overdosed on fentanyl, right? And then after that, she flies down and then she tells the suit like, "Hey, get me the fuck out of here, dude. I'm having a panic attack." So then the suit lets her go, and then the suit flies off, right? It's like, "I'll be back." So then while all of this is happening, Parker ends up breaking Ezekiel Stain out of prison, right? Using the powers of Mephisto that he has. So then after that, he gets recruited into Parker's crew as their new tech guy. And then while this is happening, the suit ends up picking up Zay. I don't know if his name is Xavier or is Isaiah again. But then Zay comes, right? He's telling the suit, like, "Don't ever do that to me again." And then him and Riri start, like, hugging or something. They're about to kiss. And then freaking Natalie, the freaking AI, literally just reveals herself to freaking Zay, right? And then Zay gets mad, obviously, because it's an AI of his dead sister from how many years ago, just, like, appearing in front of him, and then after he feels like it's disrespectful, so he tells Riri to get rid of it or he's leaving, and then Riri is hesitating. So then the AI gets mad, right? And the AI who Riri programmed literally disobeys Riri and then freaking steals her suit and flies away. Like, bro, what's up with all the fucking stealing throughout this freaking show, dude? What the hell? Is everyone a fucking thief in this show? But anyway, so then her and Isaiah start fighting or whatever the hell, and then after that, like, they kind of walk away or whatever, and then the next scene is freaking Ezekiel Stain, and he's getting experimented on by Slug. I feel like Slug is the fucking worst character I've literally ever seen in any show ever, bro. And you find out it's literally the first time he's ever acted in anything. Like, oh my god, bro, I'll fucking talk about Slug later, dude, don't worry. But anyway, so Slug's doing all these enhancements on Ezekiel Stain to give him these, like, gay-ass lightning powers, pretty much like Powerplex from Invincible, only gayer. And then after that, instead of, like, letting him control it, he gives access to Parker by literally just changing the admin to Parker, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, this is like the simplest, like, I could probably hack this shit, dude. I could probably hack into that system. But anyways, the episode ends with fucking Parker telling the League of LGBTQ that their next hit is going to be on Riri Williams, right? So that's pretty much where episode 4 ends. But I also kind of want to talk about episode 5 because I feel like it's even gayer than episode 4, dude. So episode 5 opens up with Natalie the AI reminiscing about Riri's memories and shit. And then I guess if you want to defeat IronHeart, all you need is one fucking magnet. So she gets kidnapped, the suit, by fucking Slug, right? And then after that, Riri's in the diner with Zelma, right? And they're discussing, I don't know what the hell, when the two Wonder lesbians walk in, right? And it's weird because they're obviously both female, but everyone's referring to them as he, right? Like, both of them are he's, but we can kind of... I'm sorry, bro. They're fucking girls. But then it's like, this is like one of the gayest, like, fight scenes out of the whole show, where pretty much we see the Wonder lesbians are able to knock out men, grown men, right? One punch, one kick. They knock people out. They're throwing them around. But somehow, Riri Williams, freaking 90-pound, fucking 5'2" girl, dude, with no physical enhancements or anything, is fucking holding her own against both of them at the same time, right? Where, like, she'll get a packet of bread, like a plastic bag full of, like, bread and shit, and she'll slam it in their face and they knock out, you know, like, it's fucking stupid. Where it's like, dude, one punch, they should have just fucked her up, bro. They should have broke her jaw and knocked her ass out. Like, they're beating the fuck out of grown men, but they're struggling with Riri Williams. Like, this shit was so fucking stupid, dude. So anyway, she ends up knocking both of them out or beating them up or whatever. And then Doja Cat comes in, right? And it's pretty stupid where Doja Cat throws a bomb on the floor. Riri Williams holds up a tray and somehow she takes no damage. But then Doja Cat drops a bomb and then she fucking, like, she's not fast enough to get away and knocks herself out. And then this is like the gayest scene out of the whole fucking, like, the whole thing, dude. Where, like, Riri Williams gets in the suit and then she socks the fucking truck. And then look at this. Like, look at that shit. Just making a weird ass face. What the fuck? What kind of acting is that shit, bro? That's literally the fucking worst acting I've ever seen in my fucking life, dude. So anyways, when a non-binary gets out of the car, pretty much there's like this gay ass scene too where he's like he's about to face off against Riri, and she kind of does like a fake, like, I don't know, she tries to like make him flinch. He's literally just like, I'm out. Like, look at this shit, bro. This is the fucking worst acting I've ever seen in my life, bro. This guy's wearing a fucking crop top and a bra. What the fuck is this shit? Like, bro, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude. So anyways, that's kind of it for episode 5. The rest of it's gay, doesn't even matter. Okay, so something that Brian always says is if you're gonna critique something, right, you gotta talk about the good and then you gotta talk about the bad, right? So I guess the good about this thing is that this is probably the first Marvel show that I actually watched every episode start to finish. But technically only because it was so fucking bad, dude. It was like watching a really, really bad car crash, dude, where you just literally cannot look away, right? The whole time as I'm watching this show, I'm literally thinking in my head, like, Lord God, please fucking kill me right now, dude. And then I guess another good thing about this show is Parker, maybe. I feel like out of the whole like crew, the whole cast, everybody, the whole ensemble of characters, right? Which happen to all be black. Parker is probably the best one out of them. I think he's like, I don't know, best actor, I guess. I feel like Parker probably carried the show. And then that's it. That's literally all I liked about that damn show. All right, so let's move on to the bad, bro. So first off, bro, I want to fucking talk about quote unquote Zelma, right? Like, bro, fucking grown ass woman named Zelma. What the fuck kind of name is Zelma, bro? It's kind of like that Aries Spears joke, right? I'm pretty sure you guys know which one I'm talking about.
What's your name, sweetie? Frederica? Black people, we got to stop.
But anyways, like, oh my god, bro. If I had a daughter and her name was Zelma, I would fucking split, dude. I would literally just tell my family, hey guys, like, I can't fucking do this anymore, bro. Like, kids, you guys will never see me again, bro. I love you guys, but I'm gone, dude. Like, Zelma, what the fuck kind of name is Zelma, bro? Does she have 3 friends named Zaphne, Zaggy, and Zed? And they fucking solve mysteries with their dog, Zooby Doo or some shit? That shit was fucking gay, dude. I'm so sorry. That's Zelma. Are you serious? Zelma. Okay. Sorry. I don't want to get too much into that. That was gay. Okay, but anyways, another thing they introduced in this series, IronHeart, is quote unquote black girl magic, right? Which is a more accessible, cheaper, and less effective version of straight white male magic, right? So pretty much like it's kind of weird because, like I'm saying, like the freaking I don't even understand this shit because it's like the mom's friend just happens to be a sorceress who just happens to work alongside Doctor Strange, and for some reason she was literally never mentioned at all. Like, what the hell? I'm pretty sure there's a Marvel character like that. I don't even know, dude, but it's so freaking retarded. And then Zelma is learning magic off of fucking witches on TikTok. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit, dude? So she's learning spells from TikTok and she's as strong as Doctor Strange now? Like, what the fuck is that, dude? And she has the ability to just teleport into different dimensions and shit. And like, and it's weird because like Riri asked her mom, like, hey mom, I think I need some help. Like, I think I need some sage or some bullshit, right? And I don't know if she knew that her mom's friend was a sorceress. I don't know if the mom knew that because of all like the reshoots where it doesn't really make any sense. But somehow they just happen to stumble upon 2 of the strongest sorceresses in fucking Chicago for some reason, dude. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't even know. I don't understand. Like, did she know her friend was a sorceress? Did they just find out that very moment, you know? It's like so weird. But then when she learned that it was from Mephisto, she literally said, hey, get the fuck out of here. But anyways, I thought that was like so stupid, dude. And the part where she's like, I should have grew up in Comartage and I should have done this and that. The mom's like, Chicago's the only safe place for you. Like, bitch, are you serious? Chicago, bro, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, that shit was gay. The whole black girl magic fucking bullshit. That shit was gay. I didn't like that. Okay. So another thing I didn't like was fucking Riri Williams, bro. I fucking hate Riri, bro. I feel like she's one of the most unlikable characters in the show, right? Probably one of the worst portrayal of black people I've ever seen on TV, dude. Like the most ironic portrayal of a black female, dude. Where it's like she gets kicked out of school for plagiarism. So then as she's leaving the school, she fucking steals like equipment from the school and then gets caught and then the equipment is deactivated. And then she has no way to make money. And instead of inventing something and selling it, or better yet, right, getting a fucking full-time job, what does she do? Hey, let me join a fucking gang, dude. So she joins a gang. She's breaking into places, hurting people, killing people, robbing, stealing, right? Fucking getting rich, dirty money. And then after that, what does she do? She backstabs her gang and kills one of her fellow gang members, right? And then she gets into a fist fight with 3 out of I guess 6 of her. Wait, is it 6? Wait, is it? Hold on. 3 out of 5 of her fellow gang members, right? And then after that, the 4th gang member, she wrecks his car, flips it upside down, and then she scares him off, right? And then the 5th gang member, she beats the fucking brakes off his ass, right? Hand-to-hand combat, beats the fuck out of him. So it's pretty weird, dude. It's like, yeah, I guess like if you're trying to say the modern black woman is violent, loud, angry, and fucking, I don't know. I don't even know what else. I guess you did a good job at it. But I know that's not what they're trying to say. They're trying to say Riri's like strong and independent. She's a genius. But she comes off as unlikable and kind of a criminal, a bad person, you know. Pretty weird. Riri Williams is fucking gay. Another thing that I thought was gay about this was Natalie, right? Natalie the AI. She was fucking annoying, bro. Like, Natalie is an AI of her Riri Williams' dead best friend who fucking died in a shootout in Chicago. And then for some reason, the AI, like, she's at home. It's so stupid, dude. She's at home on her fucking laptop and she plugs in some headphones, Apple headphones, and then all of a sudden she's able to create this amazing AI, which is like the best AI that you've ever fucking like that's ever existed in the whole world, bro. Better than anything. Pretty like, oh my god, it was fucking stupid, dude. And then she creates this AI, and then not only does it disobey her, but it also fucking steals, bro. Like I'm saying, bro, I don't know what the fuck's going on with all this stealing bullshit. Where Riri's a thief, she joins a gang, her AI is a fucking liar, disobeys, and fucking steals, bro. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? And they both happen to just be black. Like, what the hell? So I thought that whole AI bullshit was gay. Hey, let's just be friends. Let's hang out, dude. There's like a whole montage where they're literally, she's just hanging out with the fucking AI, dude. Pretty stupid. And then after that, we got one of the gayest fucking things I've ever seen in my goddamn life. We got fucking Slug, bro. What the fuck was Marvel thinking, dude? And I don't know, it's pretty weird because in the comics, right, I guess Slug was this big ass fat fucking white guy, and then now he's just some fucking dude. It's pretty weird. I don't know. And it's like I got a serious question for Marvel, bro, for the writers of Ironheart. Like, for what reason did you guys change Slug from a fat white guy to a non-binary black gay drag queen criminal fucking dude? Like, for what reason, you know? And they always, whenever they do this race swap bullshit, they always say like, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just skin, like it's not a big deal. Like, if it's not a big deal, then why exactly are you guys changing it? And why exactly did you give it to this guy, right, who's gay, black, non-binary, transgender, a drag queen, who's never acted before but somehow landed this crazy ass Marvel role? Like, what the fuck is that bullshit, dude? Like, literally, like, I want to know, bro. Like, whoever decided to make that change, like, genuine question, like, why did you change the character from, like, this to that, right? Like, why? Like, literally, why, bro? Like, what was your thought process behind it? Like, why did you change it? Like, what were your reasons? Like, I want A, B, and C laid out, bro. Like, that was the fucking gayest character I've ever seen in fucking Marvel. And that was the worst actor out of any actor I've ever seen on any show or TV series. Like, that was horrible, bro. Slug is the fucking worst thing I've ever seen, bro. And then the way he's fucking dressed in these 2 episodes, he has like a sleeve, it's like a sleeve only crop top with no like torso covering, and he has a fucking black bra with suspenders, and then also long shorts and fucking boots. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna be straight up, bro. This is a guy, right? We can all agree that it's a guy. And then for some reason throughout the whole like show and fucking series, they're referring to him as her, and they keep saying her, leave her alone, don't touch her. You heard what she said. Like, I'm sorry, bro, that's not a fucking girl. That's a fucking dude. Like, bro, make up your mind. Are you a boy or are you a girl, bro? What are you? Make up your fucking mind, dude. That's fucking gay, dude. I'm so sorry. Okay, After that, another thing that I thought was gay was fucking Doja Cat, right? What's her name? Clown? I don't even. Okay, let me look it up before I fucking say anything. Let me look. Oh shit! Damn it, my shit's here. I was like, let me look it up, but I'm currently using the shit that I would normally use to look something up. Okay, but let me look it up. Let me close my fucking hentai real quick. Clown Marvel comics. Let's see. Let's see the original clown real quick. Oh yeah, okay. So the original clown from Marvel Comics was some fucking white dude, old grown white dude, and then for some reason, right, the new clown for Marvel comic for the Iron Thief fucking TV show is fucking Doja Cat, dude. So that's pretty gay. I don't know, it was pretty weird change, and then she knocked herself out by dropping a fucking bomb on the floor. Pretty stupid, dude. Another thing that I thought was gay about this show was Parker, dude. And I know that I said I thought he was like the best character, the best actor, and I felt like he was one of the reasons why like I kind of watched the show. But actually, I didn't say that, and that's not even true. I don't know why I said that. But I think in this show, Parker is a bad choice for a villain, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like his face looks fucking goofy, bro. Like, he's supposed to be menacing, and he's supposed to be like this fucking like thug and shit. Like, I don't believe that shit for 1 second, bro. Like, this fool looks as fucking menacing as a plate of beans, dude. Like, this dude looks like a fucking goofball, dude. Like, yeah, he has muscle and shit like that, but I don't know, bro. His face, like, something about his face, bro. I really didn't like the way his face looked. But, I mean, I thought he was, like, probably the best character out of the whole show. Parker, right? So, I don't know who the actor is. I know he makes music, too, because at the end of the fucking episode, they have his song in Spanish playing or some shit, right? And I thought it was, I don't know. I didn't really like it. It wasn't my thing. So, I thought Parker was kind of gay in this show. And then another thing I thought was gay was the fucking Wonder Lesbians, bro. What the fuck? I have no idea what was going on with that bullshit either, dude. Like, in the original Marvel comics, we had the Blood Brothers, right? One was named Jerry, right? Another one was named Rose. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce that shit. Is it Rose? Like, kind of like the John Jones, right? From DC? John Jones and shit, where it's like Jerry. Is it Jerry? And then Rose or some shit? I don't know. But it's pretty much GH''REE. And then it's RH''OZ, right? But then in the show, we have instead of the Blood Brothers, we have the fucking Wonder Lesbians, right? So we have Jerry and Rose, right? So Jerry spelled Jeri, which is gay, the gay spelling of Jerry, right? And then we have Rose, which is ROZ, which is the gay spelling of, the girl named Rose, right? And it's weird because they're supposed to be, instead of the Blood Brothers, they're the Blood Lesbians, right? Where it's pretty much two girls, but for some reason they refer to one of them as he the whole time. Where the girl's talking, it's the fucking British one too. It's so weird. There's like, there's a murderous snake in the building. Well, sorry, that was a bad accent. I'm so sorry. Let me try again. Fuck. All right, everybody out. I can't do it, bro. There's a murderous snake in the building. Fuck, bro. I had to hear it one more time. I can't do it. I'm doing a bad impression. But anyways, so she comes in, right? It's clearly a girl with short hair. And then she says, everybody out. Get the fuck out. Clearly in a girl voice. But for some reason, everybody's like, okay. Or is like, hey, you heard what he said? Get the fuck out of here. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, who's he, bro? Like, which he are we referring to, you know? Because it's like, I'm so sorry. It's clearly a girl with no tits, bro. I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I didn't really like that. The fucking Wonder Lesbians. I thought that was gay. And another thing I thought was gay about this show was all the fucking pandering shit. Where I feel like they heavily changed that shit. Where it probably would have been way worse, right? Where Riri Williams is like, oh yeah, I'm black. I'm poor. I'm better than all of them, but I'm being held down by society. And then there's no, like, that teacher calls her out. That's fucking bullshit. And then Ezekiel Stain, calls her out. Like, you're a fucking bad person. I don't like you, dude. Where I feel like probably before, like, the original version of the IronHeart show was probably way worse and way more, Black Lives Matter, all that bullshit. Probably way, like, a lot more of that stuff going on. But because of kind of going into my next point, because of all the reshoots, right? Another thing that I thought was probably gay about this show. How many times did they reshoot the series? Like 2, 3 or something like that? I don't know. I don't even really remember. I don't even care to look it up because I'm already kind of comfortable, you know. I'm in my boxers, got my shirt off, just chilling, a little drunk, a little high. But anyways, they did a couple reshoots for this show. This show was like shelved for a long time, right? Because for a long time, I guess it was supposed to come out in 2020 or 2021 at the height of all that Black Lives Matter stuff, the George Floyd, whatever the hell's, COVID and all that. But then it came out in 2025, right? 5 years after all of that, right? Where I guess, you know, we're in a different place in society now. COVID's over, you know, everything's kind of going back to normal. And then they kind of released this show, the fucking pandering show, right? And it obviously fucking flopped. It failed, right? Because no one's into that shit. Kind of going into my next point, actually, dude. Like, dude, I'm on a fucking roll. Good transitions. Because I feel like this is probably the worst fucking Marvel show that I've ever fucking seen, dude. I'd rather watch the fucking Agents of Smash, bro, on fucking Disney Kids or whatever the fuck, Disney Junior, bro. I'd rather watch the Agents of Shield, or I'd rather watch fucking Daredevil. I mean, actually, out of all the Marvel shows, this is probably the first one that I really watched, dude. I remember I watched WandaVision. I watched the whole thing. I didn't really like the ending. It was gay. I watched Loki. The ending was kind of gay in Loki. And then didn't even pay off because, remember, they fired Jonathan Majors. Echo, bro, that shit was ass. It was fucking boring. And then it's like, Echo was like, the main character of Echo is, she's kind of, like, she's disabled, but not only that, she's pretty ugly. She's not even attractive, bro. And I really wasn't into her. So I had to stop watching the show. She was just too ugly for me, bro. Hawkeye, I didn't watch that show. It was gay. I think I watched an episode or two. I don't know. And then Miss Marvel, I didn't even fucking watch that shit. That shit was ass. Loki season 2, I didn't watch that shit. I thought the ending was gay, where Loki's like the god of time or whatever the fuck. Pretty gay, the god of stories, right? And then Daredevil Born Again, I didn't even watch that shit. So I think fucking Ironheart is actually like the first Marvel show that I watched since freaking, what's it called? Oh fuck, what's that one shit? Since WandaVision, bro. So I watched WandaVision and Loki all the way through, and then after that, I don't think I watched any of the Marvel TV shows. This is like the first one I watched, Ironheart, and it was probably one of the fucking worst things I've ever seen, bro. That shit's fucking gay. Ironheart is literally like the worst thing, the worst show, or the worst content Marvel's ever put out, bro. Like literally, bro, this shit was fucking horrible. And then the way they release it in 2 weeks, in between the release of the Thunderbolts and the release of Superman and the release of the Fantastic Four, you know, like that shit was like really, really bad timing, but good for Marvel, I guess. Kind of going into my next topic, I think, dude, I'm on a fucking roll, bro. Damn, dude, I'm getting better at like making these types of videos. I don't know, maybe anyways, I feel like this show was literally like everything that is wrong with Marvel, dude. Like I feel like Marvel was actually pretty cool, where all their stories were interconnected, where every line a character said was like a payoff to something else, or was a reference to something else. You know, every end credit scene led to something else. There was a story building up, right? We had 10 years of movies or whatever the fuck, and it all culminated into the Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War. Like, that shit was amazing, bro. That shit was fucking peak cinema. And then Marvel fumbled the bag fucking horribly, bro. Where all of a sudden, kind of like in the comics, every character now is female. Every character in every new show is fucking black now, dude. You know, everyone's gay. Is like, dude, come the fuck on, dude. And I feel like because of all the reshoots that Marvel's doing, like they did for Black in America, right? Where I guess supposedly, allegedly, they were literally doing reshoots without a script, and then Anthony Mackie had some sort of breakdown, basically saying like, how the fuck are we shooting scenes without a script? And then he was trying to get a love story between him and Black Widow or some shit, right? And it's weird because you're thinking Scarlett Johansson, and you're like, I would want to do a love scene between us two or whatever the fuck. But it's like that Israeli fucking Jewish Black Widow, right? Who's not only Jewish but fucking ugly. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck was Anthony Mackie thinking, bro? Oh yeah, I'm getting off track. But anyways, like, because of all the reshoots that Marvel's been doing after they make their movies, I feel like their movies would have been way, way, way worse. Everyone would have been gayer. Everyone would have been, the entire cast probably would have been black, if anything, dude. And I feel like because of the reshoots, it kind of like gave them a little bit of chance to rethink, refocus, right? And kind of get themselves in the right direction. But either way, I really don't think it worked because Captain America 4 was gay. Thunderbolts was okay, but kind of gay still. And Fantastic Four is fucking gay. Obviously they're in a different direction than Ironheart. Way better than Ironheart, dude. Like, leagues of fucking orders of magnitudes better than Ironheart, bro. But still, I feel like Marvel is in a place now where, like, no matter what they do now, it's just like, you guys fucking let me down, bro. And I know some of you guys might not agree with my opinions, and you guys might not like the things that I'm saying, but fuck you, dude. Make your own fucking video. Anyways, I literally thought, like, okay, so I gotta be honest. The 3 movies that came out this year and the TV shows of Marvel that came out, all fucking gay. Marvel, you guys have really, really let me down, bro. Like, I'm really not happy with all the Marvel movies and shows that came out this year. They're all gay. I'm not happy with it. Alright, one last thing, I guess. A lot of you people might be saying that, hey, NapesCape, like, this video is really racist, Like, you sound like you hate gay people and black people, dude. And their answer is, yes, I do. But I also want you to keep in mind that this is literally all jokes, bro. I'm literally just fucking around. Like, I'm literally drinking and smoking, fucking recording a video for fun, dude. Like, I could have been at the club right now. I probably could have, if I had a girlfriend, been on a date or something like that, I could have been doing whatever the fuck, hanging out with friends, going to the beach or some shit. But instead, I chose to drink, smoke, and record a video just for fun, dude. So it's all jokes. Please don't get offended, dude. But anyways, that was pretty much it. So my name is NapesCape. Check out my Stoner Talk podcast. And then make sure you guys are listening to my music on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, 0 likes, 0 plays, 0 followers. Out now on all streaming platforms. And then my newest album called Refine NapesCapian Growly Pop. The official version is only on my Stoner Talk podcast YouTube channel. So make sure you check it out. And if you made it this far, you're a fucking bitch. Peace out, bitch.